Respect. What's good? What they do? It's your boy Purple Lips back with another Purple Lip breakdown. Yeah, welcome back to my channel and all praise to the Most High. On the road to 100 subs, man. Thank you. I appreciate everybody who has joined my journey so far. I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. This is a classic case of beauty but single syndrome. Hey man, hey, but it's not because there aren't men available. It's because the standards are rooted in fantasy and not reality. And you know I had to press my favorite button. Yeah, Joy Taylor is a accomplished, a stunning and well-spoken woman. But even with all that, how her endless options and her lifestyle expectations can cloud judgment. Let's get into it.
This is to taking over the game. All right, everybody. Welcome to Truth After Dark.
Do you think that men or women are more toxic?
Hey man, this is the Purple Lip breakdown. Go ahead and drop your comments, like the video, subscribe. Man, we're gonna be reacting to Paul Pierce and Joy Taylor. Paul Pierce, Truth After Dark with his host. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna be breaking down Joy Taylor's dating standards.
Here, we are so excited for season 2. We're in a brand new space. I'm your host, Azar Faraday. Of course, we got Paul Pierce here.
Cheers.
And today we have a very special guest and a good friend of Paul, Miss Joy Taylor. She's a TV and podcast host. She has her own podcast called Too Personal. Make sure you guys follow her, subscribe, because she talks that shit. Okay.
Also, you can follow us. You can check us out weekly, daily, at the Speak on FS1. Me and her work together, talking sports. She's well-rounded because she talks sports.
Exactly.
She talks relationships.
You talk all of it, girl.
She do it all. That's crazy. Oh man.
Thank you guys.
Of course.
I'm really excited to be here. Paul's been talking about this for a while. Yeah. I might have some bounce back questions. So
I love that. Okay.
No, she's very strong opinionated.
And I love that. I feel like that's needed. Okay. And you know the sports, which I don't know anything about sports. So
you probably know more than you give yourself credit for.
I don't know.
She don't even know what a linebacker is. She think that's somebody that's backing somebody on something on the table.
No, I mean, a linebacker is like kind of self-explanatory.
But that's in football. Is it football?
Yes, it's football.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you thought that was something at a party.
And you're in the back of the line checking them out.
There you
right?
go.
Look.
That's what a linebacker does. Backs up the line.
So, hello. Give me some credit when credit is due.
All right.
Well, we're going to get right into it because I've watched your podcast and it's very interesting. And I think right now you have something that's kind of going viral about you talking about how you want to you need sex every day.
Whoa.
I know. And it was,
Hey. I ain't complaining. Who complaining about that, man? Hey, drop your comments. Complaining about that. I ain't complaining about that.
Love it because you don't hear women just being so open about that. So I'm curious as to is that how you've always felt? Do you feel like as you get older, you feel like your libido gets stronger?
I feel like, Paul, you're gonna have to cover your ears because Paul's like my brother. I'm like,
I saw the podcast too.
I
saw it too.
Don't listen to anything I'm saying, Paul. No, I mean, I think as a woman, when you get older, your hormones in your body change, the things that you need change. But I also feel like my relationship with sex has changed too, because my relationship with my body has changed. I'm more confident. I know what I like and what I don't like. I only put myself in positions where I feel safe. So I just have a different relationship with sex. And because I do that, and I feel like as women get older, you just get a little more, you get a little more frenzied. Like,
Amen.
You do. Your body just changes. When I was younger, I had a completely different relationship with sex than I do now. But I do feel like a difference in my body. And I've always heard older women
say
I'm
that.
not an old.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
30,
not.
I'm 38 years old. For 30, but I've heard women as they get older, you get into your sexual prime as you age.
I've heard
whereas men are in their sexual prime when they're younger.
Yeah.
So
isn't that crazy how we are like kind of like when women are on their when men are on their decline, when women are on their upcline of their sexual needs. That's why it's kind of very important that you have a partner. Now that's why it's important that you go ahead and save yourself and have somebody for, save yourself for one. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't know too many experiences or any experiences. That'll be the golden ticket. And two, to go ahead and get locked in with somebody early. That way that you can avoid, dating standards and having to go through all these different type of experiences because, holding yourself is very important.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. And I feel
because when you're in the sexual needs, when you're in the sexual advances of life or whatever, when a woman is at her peak and she has somebody who is basically her only experience or whatever, and he's at the decline of his peak, her peak is not so much of an important issue inside of their relationship. They're already locked in. They don't need, they're not tainted on experiences and stuff like that. So that's why it's important that you go ahead and lock in with somebody early, because if you go ahead and have a whole bunch of bodies and then a man is on a decline while you on the upcline, that's going to be a bad match for you as well, because you already looking for that exciting experiences that you done had already. You know what I'm talking about? That makes sense.
I feel like even for me when I was younger, sex was more performative for men. And it wasn't about my pleasure at all. Like I would have sex and I wouldn't reach an orgasm. I wouldn't come. I wouldn't have any of those things going on in long-term relationships. But I also never did the work to figure out like what it is that I need or what I like. And I feel like as I get older, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to understand my body and what I want. And hopefully men can be coachable. Do you feel like as a man, you ever had a woman coach you into making her come?
I think all women do that. They like this way faster. This way, I'm like, damn. I feel like women coaching from day one.
I think it's there's a kind of a bad relationship though with coaching though. Like there's sort of this stigma that if you give direction that you're doing something wrong. Yeah. But everyone likes different things. So if you don't communicate with your partner, then you're not really. What are we doing here?
This is my thing right now as an older man. I think like when you start getting more in tune with yourself too, as a man too, you start the little things that you skipped over as a younger person become bigger. Like you start looking more at the foreplay. How can you like mentally stimulate so that the body follow? You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. And that's something that men, because men, we so thirsty. We just hurry up, trying to get to it. Like, nah, take your time. I be able to tell these youngins, take your time, bro.
That was a question. We have a segment on.
Hey, if that fellas ain't gonna lie, if you just heard what he just said right now and the way he acted right now, that's the example of a man who's on a decline in his sexual patterns. He's on the decline, my brother. I know it. He's on the decline. You have to mentally get to know me before I go ahead and digress inside your viscous innards.
Too Personal called Never Too Personal, and viewers send in questions, and one of the questions was, what is foreplay to women? Which obviously physically it's different for everyone. But to your point, Paul, it's really just taking your time. Like it's really just being intentional.
Yes.
It's really just paying attention. It's setting the mood. It's being present there with your partner. Like I said, don't run and try and jump in the pool. Take the steps. Take the steps down, ease into it. And that's important. And you're right. Like when you're younger, you also don't know. You don't know what to do. Right.
Yeah, that's very true. It takes a while.
Foreplay is when you look them dead in the eye. You like right there. You get like right there. Quick little peck or something.
A quick little peck or something is crazy.
But you get that eye contact. You get that good close eye contact. If you giving them that, and then the anxiousness starts to come in, and then you just kind of touching little places, and you going slow.
You can check their breath, make sure
Oh man. Hey, Paul Pierce, just don't give no examples of what to do. You know what I'm saying? Inside the bedroom, if y'all agree with that, go ahead and drop the comments. Throw that back in the trash. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good balance that you need. You know what I'm saying? And I get what you're saying, being intentional when you're in the bedroom, not just rushing into it. But what he talking about, looking at her in the eyes, just staring at her. Get out of here.
Yes.
Everything's
That's being intentional. That's like getting to know their body and like filling them out. But I also think there's a certain level of chemistry that's needed. Like if you don't like someone, you don't have that chemistry, it's harder. Like as a woman, if I like you, I'm going to be honest, I'm like wet. I could just look at you and be like, I'm excited. Like I'll feel it. But if I don't like you, it takes more work. And that's just the truth for me.
I got a question.
I ain't gonna lie, she look like she got some viscous innards. She look like that thing get juicy. Ain't gonna hold.
Joy, before you even get to the sex part, what is it that you want out of a partner?
That's a good question.
I think someone that is intentional. I don't like goofy shit. I'm a Capricorn. I got a lot of shit going on. I got a schedule. I have, businesses. I've got a show I have to do every day. I cannot stand changing up energies. It's not good for me. Like you have to be consistent. You got to be intentional. I always say I'm a chalanty ass bitch. I am not nonchalant. I'm very much chalant. I'm a chalanty.
I say that all the time. I say I'm chalant.
Chalant me the fuck out. This laid back shit. Don't be thirsty.
Yeah.
But don't be laid back. And don't tell me I'm being difficult because plenty of men have figured it out. There's a balance to giving someone the attention and intention that they need.
Yo, what the hell? Hey, don't be thirsty, but don't not be thirsty. Don't not be talk to me. Talk to me, but don't not talk to me. Look at me, but don't really look at me.
But don't be laid back. And don't tell me I'm being difficult because plenty of men have figured it out. There's a balance to giving someone the attention and intention that they need while also not bothering them. And that usually comes with somebody who also has things going on as well.
Yeah,
to me, somebody who's just intentional.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's what it really sounds like. It really sounds like she just got, like, she's basically used to being in her lifestyle. She's used to having her own, being in her own space. So she operates in that type of lifestyle. She operates in her own, worrying by herself for the most part. You know what I mean? But that could be let's be honest, bro. Let's go ahead. She basically, you heard what she said. That was a perfect balance of a man. You know what I'm saying? She basically in search for the perfect man, like one who checks every box, keeps up with her lifestyle, caters to her emotions, keeps up with her sexual needs. It basically leaves her chasing a unicorn while her time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. High standards ain't a bad thing. It's not horrible because you have to have standards for yourself. But when you get at ages like this, you know what I'm saying? It gets a little dangerous, and it's not necessarily a problem. But it's when you have unrealistic standards that becomes a problem. We're gonna get into it right now. Let's go.
Talks. I talk for a living. I'm a communicator.
Absolutely.
I can't really do the 2-word answers on stuff. I'm not if I have to carry the conversation, I mean, shit.
Are you texting?
I'm the interesting one here.
Yeah.
Do you send texts this long?
No. I like texting because I can't be on the phone
busy.
all day.
Yeah.
I can't be on the phone all day. So I like texting, but I also like kind of leaving each other alone all day, and then at night we can catch each other up on the day and have things to talk about.
Me too. I love
so I don't need to talk to you all day. Hit me with a good morning. If I send you a picture, you better act like it's the best pic. If you like this fucking picture and don't say anything about this picture I sent you, you're not getting another picture.
Oh my God.
You're never getting a picture again.
So you be like,
hey, do you hear this perfect balance this person gotta have? Do you know how many ding dongs you gotta go through to get to the perfect guy? Do you know how many dinguses it takes to get to a guy that got the perfect balance that she's looking for?
Rising. Rising.
That's a lot of dinguses.
in my Grand Rising King.
Please don't hit me with the Grand Rising.
I hate a Grand Rising
What if you with the Grand Rising?
Grand Rising. No, if I send you a picture and you just like heart it,
it's horrible.
It's a wrap.
I need like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. Blah, blah, blah.
You better act like somebody in the comments.
Exactly. Why? Because I could go post a picture and get more attention than you just gave me on this text.
Oh, see, that's you know
crazy.
Why relationships is so hard today, and I'll tell you.
I know what you're gonna say.
No, because I wrote this down.
I know you did.
I said,
so say
it's so much competition now because as beautiful women as y'all are, right? And y'all feel y'all sexiness when y'all go on y'all trips, or when you got a dope ass outfit on that day.
Yeah.
And then you post that shit. It's like, damn, how can I compete?
That's not your competition.
Exactly.
That is a competition.
The comment section is not the competition.
Yes, it is because you.
No, but like, why do you need that validation? You know what I'm saying? We're in a relationship. You my girl. You know what I'm saying? Why you over here posting this picture that you sent me or whatever? And you know, it's supposed. If it was for me, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else sent it. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to her. She's showing me that she thinking about me, and she's sending me a picture of what she looked like today. You know what I'm saying? But if she go ahead and post it on the gram, that means you just care about validation. You care about attention from everybody. Why would I even think and prioritize that? I wouldn't prioritize you. If a man not gonna think to yourself like, oh, you sent me a picture and you also post up these sexy pictures for the social media. Why would I even prioritize you in this type of way? You know, why are you advertising yourself when we're in a relationship? That don't make sense to us.
You just said if you send you a pic, I want to hear something. But when you post it on Instagram, you can get a hella gratification.
Yeah, but Paul, the reason I want to hear something is because you aren't the comment section. You are the person I have chosen to gas me up. I don't want to hear it from the internet. I want to hear it from you.
I say this all the
time.
But
you look at the comments.
Well, not anymore because they're all hot dog memes.
No, look, but you look, and you look, and you be like.
Normally, I would like to interact with the people that follow me.
But you look, and you see what people say.
But
no. But that doesn't. Listen, we wouldn't post the picture if we didn't know we look good. Yeah, we know we look good. That's why the fuck we posted it. I want attention and affection from the person that I am with.
And
then why are you posting it? I don't get it. So if you want the attention from me and you want that validation from me, don't post that junk to the world. What the hell?
No, that was a problem in my last relationship because he had your same mindset. Like, you're getting gassed up every day online. You're getting gassed up when you go out. Why do I have to gas you up every day?
Because it doesn't make it special. Why do I even, if you getting validated by a whole bunch of 100 men, because we already know men are thirsty. We know we are thirsty. We know we be head hunting. You feel what I'm saying? So why would we even validate? You go ahead and look for validation every single day and looking for minds too. Why? I don't even think that. I think that mine it holds weight, but I just think that you just care about that a little too much. So I wouldn't prioritize that.
Because you're my man and I want it from you because I chosen you to be with. So I'm looking to you to get that love and that validation from my partner. Yeah. Now I don't need validation from anyone because it's within myself.
Plus,
but
also,
you want
why
that.
Would you want that to be where your girl goes for validation? Like you should be the one who gasses her up.
I say this all the time, gas me up. Like if I'm sending you a picture versus posting it, obviously I want you to be like, damn, baby, you look so good.
Because if I drop that picture in my girls group chat,
they gonna gas me the fuck up.
Yes,
exactly. Okay, are you gonna post this up, bitch? They gonna eat. Okay,
glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, glow.
Don't.
You gotta send me like an exclusive. I ain't gonna lie. If you send me an exclusive that I know that you ain't sending this to the world, then for sure you getting gassed up because you gonna get excitement. You get me a little bit more excited. But if you send me the same picture that you push to the world, I honestly don't expect much, man. You know, you just posted that online too, you know.
send me the same picture that you just put on your stories.
No.
No,
Come on. We know better than that.
I look at it like I'm gassing you, but then I go to your Instagram. You got that same.
Now
picture.
we might send that
special.
same picture to different men, but we're not gonna put it on the story.
Nah,
Joy, don't put us out there.
That's OD. What the hell?
I would never in my life, never have tried it. But I feel like we want that validation from you. Like that's who we're seeking it from.
Yeah,
You're
that's
my
very
partner.
important.
And
I think that's a thing that men very much overlook if they are with a beautiful woman is that they don't need to validate her. And it's not about being insecure. It's about wanting attention from your partner.
Exactly.
Because we do get a lot of attention. So it's basically white noise.
Okay.
Literally.
So I get the flick. Boom. I'm like, damn, okay, baby, you looking cool. Damn, you gonna wear that tonight? Or
very good.
Something like that. Damn. Why you gotta wear that to work? All right, cool. Now you working, I don't talk to you all day. You got 1,000 comments. You go look at some of them. If you see 1,000, you go look like, oh, they got 1,000 comments.
But they don't mean anything. Those people are so.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really worried about how many comments she got and who she commenting, but I'm the fact that she just posting and advertising herself to the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm more worried about that pattern more than the pattern of her. How many people validated her? Of course, man. You know, I'm not the only one who thinks she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Of course not. I know the one I chose. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So you know, I ain't worried about the validation on that. But the fact that she keep posting these pictures, especially the sexy ones, you know what I'm saying, for the public to see, I'm tripping on that.
Random,
like women, y'all like to feel that like it don't even matter, like even if it's not from somebody you know or like, but it's just like, damn,
I mean, we got mirrors. Like I don't, it's like, not damn, the internet's not changing how I feel about myself.
But men can't get this concept. I've tried to fight
also,
this.
You can't, if you are somebody who gets a lot of attention publicly, you cannot let that move you emotionally, because for all the good comments you get, you're also gonna get, are you pregnant?
Yeah.
This bitch thinks she's this. You're actually ugly. Like
you're loud.
Look at why her teeth like that. Like you can't be moved. You can't be moved positively by comments in the same way that you can't be moved negatively. Exactly. It has to be a neutral experience.
Exactly.
At least that's the way that I navigate.
You can't let the highs get you too high, because then the lows are gonna get you too low. And for me, I wake up every day to someone say, "You're gonna be with cats. Go buy 7 cats, bitch." Because nobody ever wants to wake up listening to that screeching ass voice. You have a big ass mouth. You have 87 teeth in your mouth. You look crazy as hell. Shut the fuck up, you whore.
But she do got a big mouth though. You know what I'm saying? But that girl sexy though. I ain't gonna lie. She got a sexy little mouth.
I got that one recently too. I'm like, damn, I got a lot of teeth.
I got a lot just because I have.
You got a little sexy little mouth too. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey man.
Me too. Mouth. And I'm like, just because y'all missing side teeth and different things,
I work hard on these
please leave me alone. But they always say that. So if I'm as moved as I am about the positive, I mean, I would be depressed every day.
87 teeth is so crazy.
This is the thing. I feel like I'm gonna count my teeth, because as many people that say it, I'm starting to feel like, well, goddamn.
No, that's what I'm
saying. Ain't gonna lie, I can't wait till I learn how to edit, because if I would have been able to zoom into her mouth when she speak, I ain't gonna lie, you can see her whole mouth. You see it inside. You can see her tonsils.
So you can't care what comments say, because they'll have you in your head. Like I really read something the other day. Like somebody wrote something like, she talked with. I've never seen someone talk with their bottom teeth.
People say that to me too. All day, every day.
Sometimes
it's funny, and I will say sometimes the critics, there's some truth. Like I didn't have a good bra. My titties were saggy. They kept saying it. I had to ask my homegirl, look,
la. Hey, honestly, they talked about some good things inside this thing. And go ahead and wrap this up though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, truth in the details, let's be honest, man. High standards are not the real problem. Unrealistic standards are the problem. You know what I'm saying? When you lead with your lifestyle, the luxury, but ignore values, ignore patience, ignore partnership, you know what I'm saying? It defeats the whole purpose. You're going to end up with a surface level situationship. You know how y'all call it today? Situationship, entanglements. Anything but real relationships or sustainable relationships, you know what I'm saying? You're just gonna end up in those. And this is what a lot of modern women are struggling from today. A lot of women today, they say, I want a man. I want my man, you know, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they really mean they just want a sponsor. I'm lying, they just want a sponsor, they want a therapist, they want an emotional support animal, they want a lifestyle match coach, you know what I'm saying? They want all in one. Like, where are you gonna find this guy? I ain't gonna lie, like you gotta go ahead and slow down, get them standards. You know, have standards, but don't be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Don't go ahead and shoot yourself in the shot and get into these ages where you know it gets in dangerous place for you. You've been going through so many different bodies and people and experiences, and of course you're gonna go through bad ones as well as you're gonna go through good ones. But you got to capture on to the good ones and know how to hold on to the good ones. And if you don't know how to do that, then you're gonna end up in a whole little cycle. Boy just ate, man. Let's go ahead and get it, man. Hey, this is your Purple Lip breakdown. Hey, on the road to 100 subs. Let's get it. The truth is not about who anybody who dealing with anybody. Not looking for perfection, man. We just looking for a purpose, man. Dating with a purpose creates strong families and strong societies. Let's get it. Let's go. Knocking down one story at a time. Amen. Purple Lip breakdown.